Soulsway emerged from our own soul searching. As experienced instructors, we have been working in wellness for a hot minute. And first, I would just like to say that we don't normally look like this every day. Personally, I work out in my pajamas. So right now we are glammed up for the lights and the camera, but we have both experienced the shadow values of needing to look good. Those sticky external expectations placed on performance and appearance instead of your own sense of well-being and empowerment, which can stoke unhealthy stereotypes and insecurities. So for us, Soulsway has become a way to regroup, to take everything we know as expert instructors and sensual coaches and turning it into something your heart, mind, body, and soul can use.
All of our classes are designed to use movement in a way that restores our inherent nature, that welcomes personal power and balance, that addresses the vital value of living an embodied life and mending the relationship between the heart, the body, the mind, and the soul. We design our classes around principles within our own founding framework, the soul-body paradox. Think of the soul-body paradox as our way of understanding the connection between our heart, mind, body, and soul. In this framework, we see the soul as infinite, interconnected, and certain, whereas the body is finite, separate, and uncertain, while the heart and the mind serve as the grounding bridge between the two. If you use that framework, it's easier to understand the internal conflict that so many of us face every day, that rub between our spiritual, authentic self and the day-to-day human experience. That imbalance we all feel when living out of alignment with our truth.
Exactly. Whether we are parented out of our authentic self and expression in childhood, or bullied out of it by our peers, or shamed out of it by our lovers, or punished out of it by our bosses, we so often find ourselves mentally and emotionally and physically contorting ourselves to fit into the world's expectations of us, rather than holding our own agenda.
And that's where Soulsway comes in. Using movement, mind-body connections, somatic understandings of self, you practice reestablishing and strengthening that bridge. You learn to trust the brilliance of your body and the wisdom of your soul. You're releasing expectations and stresses and pressures that don't serve you while aligning with your own inherent truths. You'll nurture self-permission and patience over performance and perfection to further remind you how powerful you are.
Yes. Ultimately, what you learn in class about yourself through your body will extend to every aspect of what makes you whole, even the parts that have been compartmentalized, desensitized, shamed, ignored, shut down, or reserved. This is about addressing and including your entire existence, from your soul to your skin.
As you begin to listen deeply to what you need most, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, you'll take the space that you create in class into your everyday life. You'll bring your soul, your source of unconditional love, to your body.
So you won't find toxic positivity here. We are not trying to get rid of or spiritually bypass any shadows present. Instead, we are looking for the certainty that always accompanies uncertainty, the light that scientifically always accompanies the shadow.
In short, our holistic approach addresses the fact that our body doesn't trust the way our authentic self or our soul does. This practice is holistic and practical. From a scientific standpoint, this is about listening to our bodies so it doesn't need to constantly defend itself or throw off our nervous system and throw it out of alignment. For example, in today's culture, we are so often focused on what happens above the neck. We have our butts strapped to our desk chairs, we're binge watching from sofas, our heads are buried in our phones, and our bodies are straight up missing from Zoom calls.
Here, we are focused on both above and below the neck. Everything from the music to the rhythms to the movements to the projectors are designed to flip the script. The goal is to get you out of your head and into your body, decreasing your tendencies towards perfection or the outward-facing performance you might typically strive for.
It's all about giving yourself permission to take radical responsibility for creating an authentic and uninhibited experience. You're practicing this deep inward listening to what you need most, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually in any given moment, so you can give it to yourself.